The BC healthcare system is really struggling tonight just as we head into a long weekend. There's no doctor on duty, only nurses.
Welcome back to Moose on the Loose. My name's David, this is Boo, and today we've got Toronto's Mayor Olivia Chow she's lost her marbles. She has completely lost her marbles. She has done something here which puts her in the top tier. She has dethroned Justin Trudeau for the ultimate cringe. Ultimate Canadian cringe. That's the only way to describe it. Even Boo here is absolutely cringed out by what Olivia Chow has done. Starting off with some new polling numbers, guess what? The Liberals are losing more support, so they dropped from 24 to 23% here. You can see Conservatives 41, NDP 20. NDP was bouncing around a bit there. They were 18 or 20. I mean, the polling numbers are only from however many thousands of people they use, not that many, couple thousand. So it's bound to have some variance to it. But, you know, Green 5%, Bloc 7, PPC 2. So Green has gone up a little bit here. Next up, we got this story here. This is Olivia Chow. This is Toronto's mayor. You can't make this stuff up. So there's a whole bunch of different quotes. This guy here, Kirk, has got it summed up. Toronto, Canada, 1 on 10 rely on food bank. Property tax increase of 9.5%. Hate crimes up 55% year to date versus last year. Double-digit major crime increase. Weekly pro T-word rallies. Downtown vacancy 18%. Record homelessness. What is Olivia Chow doing? She's wearing some bizarre suit. You can see here, every bit the train wreck I figured she'd be. And there's more pictures with her. And we've got a video here which takes the cake. So a bunch of people calling Olivia Chow racist because she's dressed up like this.
This is Gaga!
If you're going to be a mayor, you have to have some level of professionalism. I don't even know what to say about this. Yeah, that's normal. Look at these comments here. What an absolute embarrassment. Oh my God. She's giving Trudeau a run for his money on the cringe scale. That's for sure. It's true. Jack Layton is dead a second time. For the love of God. WTF, Jack Layton must be rolling in his grave. Some people calling it a diaper that she's wearing. Let me know what you guys think down below. Now, it would be Canada without some drivers driving the wrong way in the wrong places in Canada, and that's what we got here downtown Toronto. So you can see this white car here is deciding to drive in the crosswalk. You know, the one labeled with the bicycles. That's where they're driving. They're seriously honking the horn at the guy on the bike. Yo. This here is a bonehead. This is a real bonehead. Like, learn to drive or don't drive here. It's amazing how many videos of horrible drivers we see. Just think how many times it happens without someone recording it. Yeah, car identifying itself as a bike. So we've got an update here on the gas station pooper. This guy. So this has been going around. This is actually a different angle. You can see something going on there. Somebody caught him again. The exact same guy. It's the exact same license plate. It's the exact same guy doing it again. So it looks like he uses the Tim Hortons cup to catch some of it or something. I think he's got a cup both times. So somebody's already verified the plates and all that. Gross. With all that said, there's also another guy doing it right here. Just dropping a hot one right in front of a car. This says the man just outside a warehouse. Apparently this is a regular occurrence over there in Mississauga, Moulton, Mississauga. Import bad behavior, get bad behavior. Our government are short-sighted idiots. How do they wipe? Do they stink afterwards? This is a great question. Maybe they're just going around with a little bit of that rocky road between the old cheeks. Yuck. Next up, we got this. It says taxing doctor pensions and calling it generational fairness. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
The BC healthcare system is really struggling tonight just as we head into a long weekend. Fraser Health says there is a service adaptation, that's their official speak, at Mission Memorial Hospital right now until 8 a.m. Translation, There's no doctor on duty, only nurses. In Northern Health, emergency rooms are closed in Fort St. John, Kitimat, and Northern Haida Gwaii. The emergency room in Mackenzie also closed this afternoon and won't reopen until Monday morning. Now back to the Lower Mainland, and for Mission residents in need of urgent care, here are the wait times at other hospitals. Abbotsford Regional Hospital, 7 hours and 25 minutes to see a doctor. Langley Memorial, even worse, 9 hours and 45 minutes. Ridge Meadows Hospital, 6 hours and 21 minutes. Chilliwack General Hospital, 7 hours and 39 minutes. And Peace Arch Hospital in White Rock, 4 hours and 55 minutes.
Healthcare in Canada has become an absolute joke. Waiting 9 hours and 45 minutes, 10 hours to get help in in the emergency room. No doctors on staff. Trudeau is absolutely doing his best to destroy our country. He's basically taking out our knees right now with the doctors. Our doctors are leaving. Just tax the doctors. Yeah, they disappear to America where they make twice as much. Who could have predicted this? Everyone, yeah. I think taxing political pensions will yield more tax dollars. Government won't be happy until they tax everything. People complaining that they can't find a doctor will support Liberals' NDP. You brought it in on yourselves. Next, primary residences. Yeah, I mean, they're already doing some testing on that and some studies on taxing primary residents. Next up, we got this. It says another failed EV investment in Canada. Lion Electric, who received huge investment from both provincial government and Trudeau government. Stocks are now tanking and layoffs in place. So Lion Electric here, you know, it looks like it probably got announced here. People initially sold and then it pumped and now it's just tanking. Absolutely tanking. With a minus 96% over the past 5 years. Yeah, that's not a good track record. This is exactly how they steal from the public. Create hyped company, fund with taxpayer dollars, run it into the ground, buy the IP for valuable assets for pennies on the dollar, rinse and repeat. Not too long ago, EVs felt like the dot-com companies back in the late 2000s. Now EV companies feel like the dot-com felt in 2001. So we can see here, NASDAQ. Next up in Trudeau's Canada, we've got this story here where a guy comes running out of a building trying to steal stuff on fire and then steals a car. You can't make this stuff up.
Good evening. We begin with breaking news and a crime spree in Surrey this afternoon where witnesses say a person was set on fire during a robbery. This all happened just steps from a SkyTrain station. Craig Krause is following this in the Breaking News Center. Craig, what do we know?
Well, Jung, it began at around 1 o'clock this afternoon, and the suspect is believed to have attacked a person at a currency exchange and check cashing business in the Wally neighborhood before fleeing and committing additional crimes. So police say the victim suffered serious injuries and was transported to hospital. Video from the scene shows the SNS Mart right across from the Surrey Central SkyTrain station, surrounded with police tape and clothing that appears to have been burned on the sidewalk. A witness on scene said they watched a man flee the shop while lit on fire. Here's what she had to say. Take a listen.
And all of a sudden, a guy came up running from the back of the store, lit on fire. So his entire body was on fire. I had to move out of the way. The whole entire place was on fire, smoke coming out of the back of the place. I was asked to leave the store. I went outside the front and I was burning on the sidewalk.
We've also received a picture from the RCMP of the suspect, and police say he's between the ages of 25 to 30, with a mustache, wearing black pants and a gray hoodie with black sleeves and a green hat that says Caribou on it. The suspect is also believed to have stolen a white Mini Cooper with black stripes, and you're seeing an image on your screen right there. Police say they are trying to determine a motive for the attack, and they're asking anyone with information on this incident to contact them immediately.
You notice news today, they don't mention what color the skin the guy has. Back when I was a kid, they would always say, oh, dark color skin or whatever. Now it's all racist. It's all woke. The guy's clearly of Indian descent. Just say that. Like, if people, see him, they should know. He's got a mustache. He looks like he's from Indian descent. Identify the guy. The news is so woke now, they can't even say that. They can't say he has dark skin. Oh, that's racist. It's ridiculous. This whole story is ridiculous. Comes running out on fire and steals a car. Next up, we've got this posted in downtown Vancouver. This is on West Hastings Street. I used to live just blocks from this area. It's a rough area, but it's getting a lot worse.
Hey, Trudeau. These are Canadian sons and daughters. Somebody's children. This is the state of Vancouver right now. This is your Canada. Recently, you were meeting with the governor of California, giving him high fives. Well, both of you have a massive homeless problem. I don't know if you know it, and I don't know if you're in your time as a prime minister, if you've ever stepped foot down here. to see the reality of your Canada right now. This is post-COVID, post-restrictions. This is the state of homelessness and addiction. So this is a call on you right now, Trudeau. Come down to Maine and Hastings and Vancouver and start to immerse yourself in the actual problems of Canadians. Sons and daughters, beautiful people who just went wrong at some point. It's time to get the attention they deserve.
Yeah, it's a bad situation there. It's not even really safe to walk in these areas too. Why not? He should be proud his policies are working as intended. Ugh. Yeah, pretty much. We've got this here. It says NDP leader Jagmeet Singh has written an open letter to Prime Minister Justin Trudeau calling on his government to step up amid a refugee crisis in Toronto. Jagmeet's doing his power play thing again here. He likes to think he has some sort of power. He has one card he can play, one. But he can't play it because he's too greedy, and that's calling an election. So his golden pension is going to hold himself hostage until that time. Now, as soon as March comes around next year, maybe he plays that card. Maybe he, kind of twists Trudeau's arm a bit and then calls an election a little bit early to make another power play move. That's possible. But this thing here, open letter, calling him out, like, come on. These guys are high-fiving in the back room there. Like, this is just all a big charade. You got this clip here posted by Michael Barrett. Says, why did Trudeau have his MPs muzzle government officials, blocking them from testifying? We're not backing down from getting answers.
They've racked up more debt than all governments before it combined.
Like 600 billion.
Legacy. They'll often brag about, well, no one spent more on housing and got worse results. That's the part they're leaving out. No one's ever spent so much to achieve so little. And I guess that would have to be the Liberal campaign slogan, and that's why we haven't had an election, to say nothing of the lack of confidence that Canadians have in them. And I get asked very often if it's frustrating or disheartening to see what's happening here. And it is absolutely frustrating. It is disappointing when you see members of Parliament willing to shut down, Liberal members of Parliament willing to shut down a key accountability mechanism that we have here, a tool to use on behalf of Canadians. That's disappointing. It is disheartening. But I have great heart and hope for our country, because in spite of the challenges that have been foisted upon them by Justin Trudeau's Liberal government, they continue to work hard. They will persevere. And they know that, because life wasn't like this before Justin Trudeau, and it's not going to be like this after he and his government are gone. It's deplorable, Mr. Chair, to have Liberal MPs come here and say that it's not important to get accountability for Canadians and it's too political. I'm sure it's too damaging politically for their government, but we're not going to abide that and let them say, well, they're awfully busy. We'll get busy with the right things, because they're able to have these meetings from they don't even need to leave their constituencies. They don't even need to leave their constituencies. It's 2 hours. Ask some officials some questions. Do the work. This is the work. This is part of the job. So, of course, I don't support the motion in its form. I have more questions for officials. So if this is going to get shut down, I will speak again, Chair, to at least advise the officials of what my questions are for them. Give them the opportunity to get back to us with some of those answers, because Canadians deserve the accountability. When I talk to them, when I hear from them, they're demanding accountability, and that's the function that we're providing for them. So So I'm interested to hear what some of my colleagues have to say about this. But if this meeting is not going to go forward with questioning officials, I'll have more questions to pose to the officials, even if the Liberals are going to block the bureaucrats from answering them.
The Liberals block every single meeting. They end meetings short. They vote to adjourn meetings. They've been doing this year after year after year. Scandal after scandal after scandal. This is just endless. There's going to be a big mess to clean up here after Trudeau's gone. We're going to need a full team of people just to forensically audit these people and get all these people in jail for what they've done. Stealing our money. This is not their money. Usually when there's so many people involved in covering up lies, somebody breaks and spills the beans. These days it seems like everyone is holding on to their beans. Yeah, there's something funny going on there where everyone is tight-lipped. Is there backroom payments? Like, what is going on here? Somebody is keeping everyone quiet and everything is just buttoned up. Well, there's no repercussions, no law enforcement to force the laws. Only against conservatives. We see it every day. Two-tier policing, not a country anymore. Jumping over to my group, let's see what memes we've got today. Post-haste, Canada's standard of living on track for worst decline in 40 years. Seriously, what would it take to get Canada back? Are we able to recover from what the Liberals and NDP have done to Canada? I mean, we'd have to cut off immigration. In my opinion, we'd just cut the immigration to almost nothing. Let in just the bare essentials, you know, construction workers or whatever, if someone's got a kid in another country or something like that, but almost down to zero. We'd have to develop new technology to build houses faster. We should have almost a system where you can build huge chunks of a house and have it pre-assembled in a factory. Then when you go to build a house, you just drop on the entire roof, or you drop on, I don't know if that works, but something like that. Like you can drop in entire walls, something like that. Have pre-approved housing plans that can be put in place to get rid of the permitting. We'd have to get rid of all the garbage in the government that is slowing things down and making things cost a lot. We'd have to actually have rules in this country where if you break the laws, you go to jail. And when you're in jail, you actually have to work and provide economic value back to Canada. We'd have to drop the capital gains rate back to where it was, or even lower, to incentivize companies to come back to Canada. There's a whole bunch of things we'd have to do. Canada is it's going to take a long time to recover, if we can recover. Something very bad is coming. $2 billion has been wiped from the stock market. Yeah, so basically there's a scheme that the Japanese people were doing, or Japanese companies, and they had really low interest rates. They borrow money and then invest it around the world to make money. And then they have I think it was a small increase, 0.025% or something increase in their interest rate. And that basically spooked those companies. So they pulled all their money, and then everyone else started pulling their money, because as things start to drop, everyone just pulls their money because they don't want it to drop further. And then that caused a chain reaction. So I think it was just a couple big companies that were doing this little trading scheme that triggered this big dump of stock right now. So it'll recover. It always does. Look what happened in the pandemic. There's no point worrying about it. Really, this is the time when you want to probably buy stocks, but this is not financial advice. When everyone's selling, that's probably when you want to buy. And when everyone's buying, you want to sell. That's kind of usually how it works for making money in the stock market, but I'm no stock market expert. That's just my opinion. We got this post here. It says CBC prays for pregnant man, testifies the madness of Canadian media. Is the name Arnold Schwarzenegger? Everybody chill out, cool it, get under the table. Okay, maybe none of those quotes are from Junior or whatever that movie was called. Get down, get to the chopper. Take off your mask, you've been lied to. Everybody chill out, cool it. Okay, I'll stop with the cheesy Arnold voice. Stephen Harper cuts crime to record low, cuts taxes, bounces budget, lowers debt, cuts illegal immigration, enacts world's most selective legal immigration, quells Quebec separatism, makes Canada admirable abroad, losing the landslide to far left theater kid. What was Canada's problem? Yeah. And what does Canada get with Justin Trudeau? We get this, an actor.
The question is not, why does Justin Trudeau suddenly not love his country? Because the question is ridiculous. I live this country in my bones every breath I take. I'm not going to stand here and somehow defend that I actually do love Canada, because we know I love Canada.
This is I live this country in my bones. It's so dumb. So fake. This guy's the fakest guy ever. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys thought about Olivia Chow dressed up like whatever that was at that dance festival. You can't, never in a million years would I think that that's something I would have on this channel, but here we are. Thanks for watching the video here. I greatly appreciate it. Be sure to hit the thumbs up, subscribe. We'll keep fighting for freedom here. I'll see you guys in the next one.